Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I thought I would start the reading with a little bit of energy clearing. So, if anybody is feeling a little bit drained or they just feel like they just need a little bit of, a little bit of help, that we could start with a little bit of clearing at this time. Okay. So just take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes. Any ill will or ill intent sent to the collective, may it be returned to sender. Any ill will or ill intent sent to the collective, may it be returned to sender. Any ill will or ill intent sent to the collective, may it return to sender. So will it be. Okay. So I had a download about, and I had gotten something like this previously in one of the readings. Someone going through a very narrow passage, okay, and going up and down steps, in a way where it sort of looked like a maze. Some people are going up the steps, some people are going down the steps. And it seems like for the majority of the collective at this time, some of us, our gifts are being upgraded. Some of us are going through major transitions in life. Some of us are stepping through different portals. And some of us are going through awakenings. Okay, so everybody, again, it's a collective reading, so we're all going through different things. For a lot of it is shedding the person who you used to be, I'm hearing. So, a lot of you have kind of let go of old connections. Some of you are letting go of past partners or will be letting go of past partners. Some of you are transitioning from one job to another. So it's a lot of transitory energy, a lot of shifts. Okay, so there's you're being asked right now to sort of be very careful with your energy because there's so many changes that are happening. So you may be feeling a little bit tired or a little bit sluggish. There's a lot of things happening in the ethers. Okay, I'm hearing. So with that being said, let's see what, the oracle cards and tarot cards have for you at this time. What message can you provide the collective at this time regarding any changes? Okay, so for the first up, for a lot of you, those changes include your family, okay? So for a lot of you, those changes will include family, either, getting together with family, honing reserves, I'm hearing for some of you, maybe reserving some of that energy, preserving photos, I'm hearing. Some of you may be going through old family photos. I'm getting... And this is a very specific message, so obviously it's not going to resonate with everyone. For some of you, you may have had a loved one that passed on, and you're actually looking at old photos of your family and friends, okay? So there is something very important right now with your family connection. you may be at a crossroads, or someone in your family may be at crossroads, okay? So you may be looking at what kind of options you may have for yourself and your family. Do you need to make positive changes, or certain changes that may kind of rock the boat a little bit? Do you need to make changes in your work life to put more emphasis on your family? Do you need, for some of you, it may be letting go of some of those familial ties, okay, which may be difficult. You know, it's not that easy for a lot of us to kind of let go, especially if you come from a certain family that may, I'm hearing, may want certain things from you. It may be difficult for, you know, to kind of stand on your own at times. What messages do you have for the collective, please? What messages do you have? Thank you. Storm warning. So for a lot of you, you may be getting either a dream, a message, something unexpectedly may happen, or may have happened, to kind of shatter some belief about your family, okay? For some of you, you may find out that you are adopted. For others of you, you may even find out that a parent may have been adopted, and now you found evidence of this, and this was very, very sort of like a family secret, okay? Which may rock the boat. I'm hearing there is an inheritance that's sort of hanging on this, okay? Because now there is a question about who the true heir of this legacy, you know, is going to be. Who's the true heir of the legacy, okay? Is it someone that is actually related? Someone that was something that was intended for someone, okay? It may also be something gained, okay? Something gained through a marriage. You may have had some ups and downs with friends regarding this, or, you know, maybe some friends may not understand why suddenly you're at a crossroads with this information, okay? Maybe some family is even upset because of the information that may come out. For a lot of you, this is some sort of divine intervention that may sort of lead you to a lot of this information that's going to come forward. Some of this information may be a little bit shocking, obviously surprising. Some of it, I think, for some of you, you may have known about a lot of this, but there's sort of like, I'm getting there's a lot of different layers to this, okay? For a lot of you, they're saying don't jump to conclusions, okay? And by that I mean, if it was something like, let's say if you were adopted, you know, and now you have the question of why didn't anyone tell me? I'm getting that it wasn't kept from you. Obviously, you know, parents have reasons for doing a lot of different things, but their reason wasn't to be selfish or mean or ill will. It was more of their way of protecting you. It seems like there was a lot of different things surrounding this possible adoption. There may have been something with mental health issues at play, okay? I'm just getting that there's a underlying, and they keep showing me a box. There's sort of like an underlying issue, or or evidence that you may not be aware of. So this is why they're telling you, don't jump into conclusions about why certain things were done or said, because you may not have the entire story, okay? For some of you, you may find out 95% of it and still not find out the last bit, which may kind of put the cherry on the cake kind of thing, okay? It's it may put a lot of strain on the family, okay? It may put a lot of strain on the connections that you currently have with some people. And you're looking for the truth. You know, you're going to be looking for the truth. The truth may come out. It may be a little bit critical, challenging to hear. And, you know, you're going to be wondering, you know, what the heck is the mystery? Why is there such a mystery surrounding this information? What's the big unknown? What's the enigma? I know, why were there so many illusions surrounding this information? Why, you know, and it has to do with not so much the secret, okay? It's the stuff behind it. Why were there, you know, and there's something with paperwork. So something legal was kept from you. So if this happens that a parent or a grandparent has passed away and perhaps left something to you, obviously the courts, especially now, the courts nowadays, as opposed to maybe, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, the laws may have changed. So, you know, let's say if you're owed land, a house, some sort of property, money, the laws may have changed. And the person that may wanted to sort of keep this for themselves were sort of hoping that it didn't come to light, or that the laws were not revised, because now that they are revised or things are being examined, I'm hearing, it's going to shed some light on this mystery, and it's going to put the rightful family members or heirs, and that may be you, collective, to gain this information or gain this land, gain this money, okay? So you may be at a crossroads right now trying to sort of balance stuff out, but there's still a lot that you may not be aware of, okay? There's still a lot. This is sort of like some sort of mystery that's being unearthed, okay? And I keep seeing a box, so, you know, like a mystery being unboxed. All right, let me see what the Kipper may have. What information do you have for the collective regarding this? Thank you. All right. So there is a main male that is playing a big role, I'm hearing, in this situation, all right? So that may be you, that may be your significant other. And again, there is a message that you may receive regarding this situation. And here's the box. Okay, there's the box. So for a lot of you, it may come to you as a letter, okay? Maybe you cleaning up, maybe your parents' home, your grandparents' home. As I stated earlier, you know, since they're passing, you may come across a box filled with information, filled with old letters, and you may find something there letting you know exactly the instructions on what may have been left for you, or what exactly it is that you need to do to figure this mystery out. For a lot of you, you've been, you know, working very hard to sort of put the pieces together, make sure that your family is taken care of. But you are seeking this truth, okay? You are seeking this truth. What other messages? Thank you. Yeah. So you're definitely going to get a message. Okay. So this has come out like 3 times. And there is someone that definitely is working towards trying to steal this from you, or tried anyway in the past to steal this from you. You're going to get this message. You know, you're going to get this message. And for a lot of you, I'm hearing that you may even dream of where this information may be at. So your ancestor spirit guides may kind of guide you to, you know, may give you hints on where this information may be. Okay. So you need to kind of pay a little bit closer attention to your dreams. Okay. Pay a closer attention to your dreams, especially dreams related to steps. Okay. There may be a closet for some of you where there's a closet, a desk near steps. And you know, it may be, you know, something old, old piece of furniture, where you may find a letter, okay? Or it may be hidden under a stairway. Something that was kept very, very hidden is coming to light, okay? Physically or figuratively. Thank you. Yeah. You're being told that right now to stand very firm on your own 2 feet, to look forward. You're going to be gaining. This is going to propel you to sort of help you in your growth, okay? Your ancestors are definitely protecting you. You're going to gain some sort of economic gain, abundance. Spiritual growth, because abundance is not just money. Abundance can mean many, many, many different things, okay? And you're being asked to rest. This may have you feeling very, very tired. Either you're going home thinking about this, you're going sort of, you know, it's mentally challenging trying to sort of put the pieces all, you know, trying to make sense of all these pieces, and it's driving you a little bit nutty, okay? But this is going to put, once this information comes out, it's like putting something to rest, you know, an ending of a cycle. This will sort of seal the deal completely in a lot of different aspects of your life. People that may have taken advantage of you at one point because they made you feel like you didn't belong. Friends that, you know, were really frenemies. You know, people that just were not standing by you. This will definitely end that cycle, okay? And you're working very, very hard to sort of put all these pieces together. I'm hearing that for a lot of you, people try to take your sunshine away from you. That certain people were here just, you know, just for a good time, not a long time. You've been definitely struggling to put a lot of this behind you. You've been doing the cleanup. You've been, you know, struggling. You've been shedding a lot of that skin. You've been through a lot of different wars about this, a lot of different arguments with different people. And you somehow always kind of manage to, you know, get yourself up, dust yourself off, and, you know, become a better version of yourself, even if you had to start over, even if cycles ended, okay? Even if you had people that were always against you. You always, you know, came out on top. You were meant to shine a lot brighter than some of these people, you know, despite having to go through towers. You always managed to say what was on your mind. You know, this made you a lot tougher. This made you a lot smarter. And this has caused you to sort of not grow cold, maybe for a time, but it also caused you to become smarter and a lot quicker to cut people off that now don't deserve your energy. You know, you're no longer entertaining toxic cycles. You rather go within, and a lot of you did, do the work, and which is why you are in an abundant energy now. You're growing. You know, you're the Empress. The Empress grows. The Empress has a lot of means to grow, to expand, to be abundant. You know, you're putting those wands to work. Once this is settled, you know, and you put in so much work into, you know, your I'm hearing for a lot of you emotional and your mind, you're ready to put this down. You're ready to look into the future and have some growth, have some peace. You know, stand steady on your feet. You're not going to be entertaining any more battles. And if they do, you have grown to the point where you're now able to fight your own battles in the adequate way. Okay? You're ready to fight those battles. Let me see exactly what messages, what advice do you have for the collective regarding this reading, please? What advice do you have for the collective regarding this reading, please? And thank you. Boundless possibilities, okay? So for a lot of you, you have a lot of possibilities coming up. You're standing at the edge of limitless potential. Don't limit your dreams based on past experiences. Embrace the boundless possibilities that await for you. So for a lot of you, this is just going to be the beginning of a very good and abundant life, okay? What else do you have for the collective, please? What advice do you have for the collective at this time? And thank you. Warrior spirit. So for a lot of you, you are fighting those battles on your own. You have become relentless and committed to challenges and approach life as a personal battle, and you're here to master your nature, okay? So you're mastering a lot of the I heard ickiness, a lot of the ickiness and a lot of the ugly things that life kind of sends you, okay? So you've mastered a lot of these challenges, you know, with a lot of hard work, you know, because it hasn't been easy, and you're ready to kind of like release a lot of this. So you're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free from all drama, and this is the first step to achieving it. I said stop, so you know, you need to sort of, you know, stop and smell the roses, stop and letting people use you, and sort of send any toxic people marching, okay? Let's see what else. spiritual strength. So for a lot of you, you have gained a lot of spiritual strength going through this. This has, not only been something that has tugged at your heart, and you've been, heartbroken. You've been uh, questioning alliances. You've been questioning the love of some people, but you are also gaining some love and respect from yourself. Okay, this has made you a lot stronger, and it has made you become closer to spirit. Okay, for a lot of you, this is a period of fertility. Okay, and fertility is just that. It's just growth. Spiritual growth, abundance. For a lot of you, it can be obviously financial growth, and it could mean that, you're going to be getting some sort of assets in the future through a job, through land, through inheritance. So there is something coming. You are on that Empress energy. You are in that fertile energy. For some of you, obviously, this may mean obviously a physical, planning a family. For some of you, it may mean a child that you've always wanted. So, if you are childbearing age, just be, just remember that, the cards have said that you are fertile. And for a lot of you, you will be moving on. You will be moving on with the knowledge that you gain. It may feel, for some of you that there is a certain level of emotional loss. Because that you have gone through many, many cycles of being alone. And for a lot of you, you may feel like this is unfair. But this is definitely going to push you into your own lane of spirituality. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to detail a new beginning for you. Okay, a new beginning for you. Even though now you may feel like it's a little bit, you may feel conflicted, you may feel defeated, you may feel alone, and and going through this challenge. Spirit is saying you're not alone. It can be very scary to sort of deal with a lot of this stuff, especially if you're not well versed in finance or legal matters. For those of you who are not well versed, please seek help from professionals, so that way you're able to make the right decisions for yourself. Okay. Again, I hope this message resonated with you. Please hit share and subscribe. If this message doesn't resonate with you, there are plenty of other messages on my channel that, you may like as well. The messages are timeless, so hit share and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.